to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Caregivers invocation, please.
Father, we just thank you for this night. Pray that you would bless every council member, bless this meeting, and bless the city of Kennett, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Everyone get settled. We have a special presentation this evening. Mr. Keith Mitchell is presenting. Mr. Keith Mitchell would like to present gift to the city, I think.
I really would like to. On behalf of Sharon and Billy Joe Wilson and Wilson Fireworks Store, and Jared Maddox and Bill Clevenger and Keith Mitchell at Tico Pharmacy, I would like to present you a check for $5,000 toward the payment of the fireworks for the 4th of July, which is coming up pretty quickly. And also, I would like to ask, I was thinking we talked about it last year, but I may not have. I would like to see maybe what the next step up would be with the fireworks people, whoever does that, or what, give us a year to look at it and see if there is another, what the next level up is, you know what I mean?
Or what options you want.
Well, I mean, I've had, for more money, we surely get more time, but I don't know what, but anyway, that'll give us time. But I'd like to present that and thank you all, and I'm going to go to another meeting.
Yes, sir. Mr. Mitchell, how long have you, this is your third year of donating to the city with all that one stuff? Fourth year?
But they,
I just want to say on behalf of the city, we do appreciate the generosity of the Wilson family and all the families with Tico and Mitchell Pharmacies. And
thank you
great
all. That's
help for our city.
I'll provide that yearly if you all take care of the council. Brett's a good swap. Thank you all. See you, Freddie. Bye-bye.
All right, we'll move on to, we have the minutes from the previous meeting, dated June 3rd, 2014. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
We do have a motion and a second from several. Okay. Any changes, additions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion passes to approve the minutes. All right, we'll move on to new business. Just for a note, the public hearing that was on the previous agenda has been rescheduled to July 1st meeting at 6:30 p.m. Just want to let the public know that. Item A, Mr. Porterfield, discuss renewing the contract with the Chamber of Commerce. Please come up.
Thank you, council members, mayor. Moses Porterfield, representing the Kennett Chamber of Commerce. Have a couple of fellow members here tonight, and we are here to request the renewal of our annual contract for the tourism tax. I believe each of you received a copy, hopefully in your packet, of what the provisions were and set forth from what that entails each year. Basically, what it looks is the chamber receives $25,000 from that fund each year, and which allows us, in a sense, to provide the city the opportunity to do such things as a welcome packet. We also serve on certain councils, whether it be the Missouri Travel Council, Division of Tourism, and Boot Hill Planning Commission. And we understand that they're, in doing this, just to go back here, there's been some disarray with the chamber, and gladly we have come to, as of tomorrow, we should be able to announce the new director of the chamber, which we're very pleased to do, and think that this person will not only, they have some great ideas, but will lead the council forward and the chamber board of directors forward and do some great things for the city of Kennett. With this said, basically what we're looking for is the renewal of the annual contract and your approval for the renewal of that contract for the tourism tax, and be glad to take any questions you have.
All right, simple on that, huh?
Those are good questions.
Good questions. Being that it's not a budgeted item, we will bring this back to the table next meeting, July 1, for a vote.
Okay.
It's,
So it's not in the, we don't budget it, is that?
That's what I was, I thought I understood you to say we do that.
tourism tax is not budgeted. General revenue would have been budgeted.
Okay.
Yeah, tourism tax was not,
So that's not a item that would be.
it's not a budgeted item, so we can't vote on it this evening unless it's an emergency situation.
Okay.
So we'll bring it back to the council.
Good. So are we still above water in our tourism account? Yes.
It's for the same amount we've always.
Same amount, and basically what the tourism tax is pretty much sustained, other than the ice storm year, which was a little above average. I mean, it has been pretty on target every year for that amount, right at the same amount, so. And like I say,
I'm just thinking of the various, people that have come to us from time to time requesting money out of the tourism, like the arts festival in October for the J.C.'s and various things like that.
and on that note, it's not something necessarily we want to discuss tonight, but I would like to have the director in place. We would also entertain the idea, if you would like, for the chamber to kind of manage that fund in a sense, knowing that it still would be the council's job to approve any checks or anything written for those events that you're talking about, but above and beyond what we normally receive, we have entertained the idea, and it's been discussed that we would kind of manage that fund to where those requests might come into the chamber. We just see it as an opportunity to take that off of your plates, and also an opportunity for the chamber to actually, you know, in those instances, instead of just writing a check, it'll be our job to go out and help market that, whatever that event may be, whether it be doing advertising for them and bringing something back to you all of what those dollars are going for instead of not necessarily, but again, that would be an item we would discuss later when the director's in place. And I think she would be more than willing, you know, to do that.
I like that thought.
I really like
Yeah,
that
I
as well.
that thought. I like to see it come sooner than later,
Yes.
for sure, but, I personally don't see a problem with it, it's just formality. You gotta come back and place a vote on it.
Well, and same thing, if any questions were concerning, and like I say, I know we've been without a director, but hopefully that will, and of course, a lot of this hinges on what we, we're able to do with the director, and what we can do going forward with tourism and marketing. And now that we know the direction we're going, and that's what we're solely focused on in the economic development portions out of that.
If there's a question from the council throughout this next 2 weeks, is there any number we can forward over to them or contact?
Sure, I'll get that information to you, and they can just contact me directly.
Any other questions?
I'm good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, item B, and that's right, I think item B we're just gonna table for the time.
Well, I think maybe they might want to go ahead and pencil down these figures, just so they can kind of be thinking about it. We thought we were doing good, and we're not. So let me just tell you the figures, and then, we need to have a work session. We tentatively were looking at next Tuesday, and then next Thursday, we'll have to have a council meeting again to vote on the budget. We can't get it approved tonight. Mr. Hancock suggested if we try to do something this week, would tomorrow night, I mean, that's another Wednesday night you'd have to miss. Would Tuesday night work better for everybody?
Tuesday night would work better for me.
Okay, well, here's the numbers, so you can,
What are you talking about meetings now, so we know?
well, Tuesday night it'll be the, work session on the budget,
Okay.
and.
24th.
And then Thursday night, will we be at 6 or 6:30 for the special meeting?
Let's do 6:30, keep it.
Okay, well, Tuesday night will be 6.
Okay.
And then Thursday night, 6:30 to actually vote on the budget.
That will be a full meeting of the council,
Yes.
Thursday night, 6:30.
So mayor and council, that is the same dollar figure. General and administrative, $260,671.88.
I'll say it again.
260,671.88. Public Safety Administration, 290,214.76. Police Department, 1,182,087.45.
One more time.
1,182,087.45. Animal Control, $65,073. Fire Department, $560,610. 911 Communications, $269,874.66. Code and Fire Inspection, $152, $3.85. Street Department, $607,337.78. Municipal Court, $85,891.89. For a total of $3,506,615.27. So what has happened was we discovered today that there had been no allotment for MIRMA insurance on any of the public safety departments, and that is like $204,000. So we are looking at almost $400,000 that we're going to have to make some deductions. So the numbers have been up and down, but if you all would kind of take this, and those that can come Tuesday night, I would ask the department heads if you could look over your budgets again and see if you can't come up with some cuts. Just asking. Because if y'all don't, we will. So, that's all on budget. I do appreciate everybody that's come out and helped us. We've had several that came and weren't on the budget committee, but they, I think it kind of opened their eyes as to what we were dealing with.
Well, Ms. Rice, we appreciate the work of you and the council's finance committee.
Thank you.
Seeing those meetings been scheduled, you know about them, so, at this time, I think we need to put, we need to prove that, I don't know how you can prove the employee health insurance without a budget. I know it's a technicality, but we're probably gonna have to do it the same night as the budget. We need to table that issue. Same amount that we can't spend unless we have a budget. We do have an ordinance though, from Southwest Power Association. This is coming from the city utility. It's again one of the technicalities. The Board of Public Works has approved this contract, but being it's a city-owned utility, the council has the ultimate say-so on any contract that they enter into or want to enter into. I'll read the ordinance. Here's the ordinance authorizing the mayor to sign on behalf of the city of Kennett, Missouri, and the city clerk to attest to thereto. Agreement between the Southwest Power Administration and the city of Kennett for the sale and exchange of power or energy between Southwest and the city. Is there a motion for this ordinance, to approve this ordinance?
Motion. Second.
We have a motion and a second. This will be the first roll call vote, or yes, it'll be a roll call vote.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. That ordinance passes first reading. Second reading, the ordinance authorizing the mayor to sign on behalf of the city of Kennett and the city clerk to attest thereto an agreement between Southwest Power and the city of Kennett for the sale and exchange of power and energy between Southwest and the city. Is there a motion to approve this ordinance?
Motion. Second.
We do have a motion and we have a second. Any discussion? At this time, roll call vote.
Yes.
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 All right, thank you very much. The motion passes. Ordinance has been approved. There we go. All right, we'll move on into unfinished business. Take it the walking trail's probably there. We're now.
I wish Mr. McFay was here tonight, because I'd like to give him a round of applause. He has fought long and hard with MoDOT, and he sent another piece of paper to him on Monday. Actually, he sent it on Sunday, worked Sunday on it. We got a email back on Monday morning saying that was fine, that's what he needed. He would get his approval sent on in to the other people in MoDOT, so hopefully we can get the funding allocated and proceed forward with the bidding. So, it's been about a 3-month battle with just Terry with them getting that done. So, and he's done it all. So, when he does come back, and get an opportunity, thank him for that. I mean, I know it's part of his job, but it's been an aggravating battle for him.
All right, thank you very much for the report. As far as my report, I wish we had a little bit more to say about the budget, but it's been tough numbers, to say the least. But we'll get it, we'll accomplish it. I want to inform the council and Mr. Hancock that I will not be present at the next meeting, July 1. I will be in the Gulf Shores. Unless you all plan on being down there, you will be taking over the seat here.
Unless you were trade.
No, sir.
You got a spot.
Yeah. But I just want to give you the heads up. But I will be up till the budget's passed. So we'll get that done. City council committee reports. Anything to report with the council committee? All right.
Oh, wait a minute,
Yes, sir.
I'm part of your committee.
Well, yeah.
I spent the entire day today at working on the issues at the dog pound. When we removed all the scrap fencing that was resulted from the repairs to all the dog cages and whatever else, and we can thank Mr. Wilson for his contribution. The funds received for that scrap will be turned over to our veterinary deposit. We put tie downs on all of the portable buildings and whatever that we have out there that was poured on the concrete slab. We initially put in the eye bolts and whatever in the concrete to do that, but that was never gotten done, but that's completed now. The trailer that someone had donated, the box trailer, we squared it around, put it up on blocks, got it up off the tires up off the ground, got it situated where they can utilize it, got it leveled where the doors were open and swing shut. We got part of the tie downs installed on the new cover over the pen, the outside area. We'll finish that up tomorrow. The other issue I want to ask approval from the council is that, we have had our Department of Agriculture says we need a separate facility for adult cats or kittens versus what we got. We have sufficient funds in contribution or committed to do that. It would be in the cost in the neighborhood of $6,000, but it would be done at no cost to the city of Kennett, other than possibly the additional light bill that would result from the electricity. And I would like to have your approval for me, as time permits, to proceed with that project.
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for approval of building a new structure with donated funds.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Did we talk about this?
We're gonna have a discussion.
Okay, good.
Yes, we have a second, so the discussion is open.
What's it gonna look like? I mean, could we talk about this maybe in the public safety committee and get kind of some more plans? I mean, not just put some,
Well, if we go and have to put it out for bid like we would typically do, then we don't have enough funds to do it, period.
so, but I'm
I
just
mean, if
saying,
we have to,
what about the drainage and all that stuff that is that been fixed? I mean, are we okay with that?
no, but I've got a person looking at the drainage, and that's not gonna come out of our fund. That there is a city problem, and if we have to dredge out that line and replace it, then it's gotta come from city funds, as far as I'm concerned. I have had a meeting with people at City Light and Water, and I suspect that what they did, the old lagoon used to come right up to about where the new, or where the Delta Pound is. And there was bentonite base in that lagoon to keep it from leaking. We installed field tile off in the septic tank, and because of the bentonite down underneath, it won't let the water percolate away, so it comes to the surface. I'm trying to do some surveys, some probing and whatever else to see if that's is for real. And if that's the case, then we will probably, what we'll require is to have someone with the backhoe go down through there, cut a trench and break through the bentonite base, and we fill it back with chat or gravel or whatever else, and allow the water to then percolate and go away in the sand.
Because I'm assuming that we'll have to have drains and stuff in the cat building, just like the unit, right? Wash it out and clean it up.
Cats use kitty litter and whatever else. I mean,
Yeah, some, but you're gonna have to be able to wash the cages out, and so it's gonna have to have drains. I mean,
well, I'm not sure how she does those cages right now, but other than set them outside and hose them out.
well, again, I guess that's what I'm saying, I'd like to have a little more thought going.
Well,
to-
okay, then I'm gonna say this, Ms. Sokoloff, we've talked about this and you've evaded the issue. Then you need to get onto it and go. As chairman of the Public Safety Committee, then you need to get some work involved.
I accept what you're saying, totally. And I'd rather do that than just go out there and build a building that, that's not gonna drain and it's not gonna be what we need. That's all I'm asking is, I'll be glad, we can call a meeting whenever, but I would like to have some plans tied down so that, like I said, we can see that what we're gonna end up with is gonna be adequate, that we're not gonna end up with the building that we thought was adequate before, it's not. That, we didn't maybe put as much thought into.
Roger, have you put a lot of manual labor in that? You have, haven't you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But that can end. I mean, what I did, I worked all day today for nothing, all right? Because I want to see some right things happen out there, but I can quit tomorrow.
Well,
I don't think that's
That's not at
It's
all
really
what I'm
not-
going,
yeah.
Mr. Willard. That is
Well,
not at all.
all I want you to do is go out there and look at what we've got and what we need.
Okay.
The day you do that, I will celebrate. All right? I will celebrate, because up to this point in time, you have no clue what is even out there, because you have never been there.
Let's hold the conversation.
Yeah, because
We're
I
out,
have been
we're out of
here.
order here. You all need to go meet in your public safety committee meeting at a scheduled time. Discuss it, bring it back to council.
Well, there's a motion on the floor.
There's a motion on the
I'll
floor,
withdraw my
but
motion.
I feel like this needs to be discussed and not here in open session.
I withdraw my motion.
Motion's been withdrawn.
The public needs to know what we're thinking.
No,
I agree.
You're right, you're probably right.
I don't think that's her intention at all. I don't think she's trying to hide anything. I think she just wants to take some time, make sure we do it right, and I don't see.
Well, I agree with that, but
Well-
they gotta know what's there before they can determine what's right or wrong.
You all have a scheduled meeting, and get to the bottom of it, work together, and let's get this resolved. Thank you very much. Mr. Wheeler, thank you very much for your time. Anything else from the council committee reports? We'll move into the department reports. Mr. Leonard?
At this time, no reason, no, sir.
Just a few short words. A week ago Saturday, we had another homicide. Sort of close to home on this one. I just want to, from my point of view, commend the command staff, the police department, also several members of the fire department. They did an outstanding job helping us out. DDCC, the highway patrol come in again, also while the troopers come in, and the Duncan County Sheriff's Department come in and help us. Everything worked the way it's supposed to. Investigations, everything's got to be methodical, it's got to be slow, it takes a lot of time. And the process isn't very fast, but it's methodical in what we do and how we do the investigation. And from my point of view, being an investigator, I want to jump in and do it. Right now, I've got to make sure everything's running right, but all my guys, I'm so proud of them. Like I said, the fire department, they all jumped in. And that's why when I always talk about employees, it's so vital that we have employees that can come into a scene like that, even though, they know the people involved, they can do their job. They set their feelings aside, they do their job, they do it well, they know what to do. And when you always talk about employees, we can't lose these employees. And that's why I always say we have to do what we can for our employees. We can cut in other areas, but we've got to be able to give them more money, more benefits, and because we just can't afford to lose any more. And when you have situations like that, you look back and it shows the value, because we can't bring people in and retrain them to do these certain things. We have great people that really can do this job. And I just want to tell everybody, commend all the guys, I'm real proud of them, and I just wanted to let that be known. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, John.
Now, we short two, you have your report in front of you, and I apologize, paper instead of electronic, that was out of town Thursday and Friday, and today was kind of heavy. Update on the street signs is at the bottom of the page. You reviewed that, but we're getting very close to getting all the 9-inch plates up. A couple of streets to go and a few to fill in, but we've already got quite a few of the residential street films cut, and actually we have some of them already, on plates. So we're ready to go. We're started on that. Just a note, Mr. Hancock and I were in a meeting with MoDOT recently, and you have a sheet in front of you from them concerning Constitutional Amendment 7. You all can certainly read this yourself. They can't, they're like us, they can't go out and sell it. This is just an information. But I do want to point out one item on here. It's the second bullet down to you. They're estimating that approximately $54 million will be divided up between the cities and the counties and the state. They've been out presenting informational programs, and the people I wanted to talk to about some kind of a general estimate on what that might mean to the city of Kennett, I don't know, but it'd be 5% of the $54 million will be divided among the cities and 5% among the counties. So it will bring in some additional money to us, directly to the city for our use too. So, but just want to pass that along to you all for for your general information. I'm sure you're going to see more information about this around. But I did want to point. My main purpose of bringing this up tonight was to tell you that there will be a small amount of money coming back directly to the city again.
Well, you're all about it here in a couple weeks. They're gonna be here for a presentation.
Are they going to be okay to me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
No, it's no problem.
I didn't mean to steal the thunder.
No,
Right.
you're not, you're not.
Okay.
You get to enjoy it, and I'll be somewhere else.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
Thanks, sir.
All right, folks, at this time, public comments, anyone would like to speak to the council?
I've got a letter from a constituent who wants to read it. Can I do that?
Yes, sir, please do.
I'll read it just as it's written, and then I'll say a little bit at the end of it. My name is Boyce Hamlet, and I'm a meter reader for the City Light, Gas, and Water. I'm sorry that I could not be here tonight. I'm helping at church camp. I was attacked by a pit bull this past Thursday while working. I was at a house reading their meter, and I look up in time to see a pit bull charging at me. He bit my left shin. I don't know how, but he let go long enough for me to run a little. And if it wasn't for Wiley Sams driving by and seeing the whole thing, I think it would have ended worse than it did. He was able to jump in the back of the pickup truck, get away from the dog. The dog belonged to the house across the street from where I was reading meters, and the owner told us the dog had had its shots. We found out later that the dog does not have its shots. I'm writing all of this so something will be done about all these dogs running loose when they're supposed to be in a fence or chained up. I know pit bulls are banned from the city limits, and I know there are pit bulls everywhere. I walk all over town